This is Mac OS Ken.
iPhone expectations, the changing face of Apple retail, and a ton of Apple TV Plus news. It's Friday, the 23rd of October, 2020. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by Sunbasket. Get $35 off your order using promo code MacOSKen at sunbasket.com/MacOSKen. This show is also sponsored by MacPaw, makers of Clean My Mac X. Your Mac as good as new. Clean My Mac X is all-in-one cleaning and optimizing software for your Mac. It declutters your Mac and runs maintenance scripts to keep your Mac's performance at its peak. One of its smartest features? SmartScan. SmartScan examines your Mac for system log files and user cache that really has no use. I freed up 22 gigabytes of space on my Mac this week with Clean My Mac X. I wonder how much you'll free up. VentureBeat, iMore, iDownload blog. Clean My Mac X is well reviewed by all of them. Cult of Mac says maintaining a healthy Mac doesn't have to be hard. Clean My Mac X offers all the tools you need to ensure your machine is always speedy and safe. Learn more about Clean My Mac X and download it for free at macpaw.app/MacOSKen. That's MacPaw, macpaw.app/MacOSKen. That's macpaw.app/MacOSKen for Clean My Mac X. And a big thanks to MacPaw for sponsoring today's show. With the aggressive carrier subsidies for iPhone 12, a SuperCycle seems almost inevitable. That seems to be the thinking of Piper Sandler analyst Harsh Kumar. Apple Insider had a peek at a note he wrote Thursday, wherein he raised his iPhone 12 estimates for the current quarter because of heavy carrier promotions he believes will drive demand for the new handsets. Quoting Apple Insider, the analyst notes that carriers are being extremely aggressive with subsidies, almost to the point where they are giving the phone away for minimal costs. That explains, Kumar points out, the conflict with current demand trends and the analyst survey conducted earlier in October. In our view, it is nearly impossible for the consumer to ignore the upgrade possibility given the current subsidy offerings, the analyst writes. That moves a couple of needles in a pretty big way. He's upped iPhone estimates through the end of the year from 65 million units to 73 million. If he's right, that adds $7 billion in iPhone revenue for the quarter to his previous expectation. Also, iPad and Mac are doing great. Seriously, though, it is all about the iPhone for now. Overall, writes Kumar, we continue to believe Apple will be the premier 5G smartphone provider across the globe over the next several years. He's got a buy rating on Apple shares. His price target on the shares is $135. While Kumar is stoked over the now, Morgan Stanley analyst Katie Huberty is paying attention to the very recent past. A separate piece from Apple Insider has the Hube semi-concerned that iPhone expectations heading into next week's earnings report are too high. She says the consensus estimate of 40.4 million iPhones shipped last quarter doesn't fully account for the lack of new product last quarter. Two bits of good news in the note. First, she thinks investors will brush aside last quarter's iPhone results. And second, iPhone 12, buddy. She thinks that's going to drive growth for Apple through fiscal year 2021. Huberty's got a buy rating on Apple shares. Her price target on the shares is $136. Apple's updated a couple of its creativity apps for iOS ahead of today's new iPhones. Yeah, new iPhones are coming today. Not sure you've heard. iDownload blog says the Cupertino company has updated iMovie and GarageBand for mobiles. iMovie's got its eye on iPhone 12 hardware. in iMovie for iOS version 2.3, iDownload blog says their support for editing and sharing high dynamic range videos right from the Photos app on supported models, as well as being able to customize titles even more customization options in general, and much more. Okay, but is there more? As for GarageBand, the piece says with version 2.3.9, GarageBand now offers additional tweaks for audio recordings, a new keyboard collection sound pack, and much more. Lots more to each of the updates, and did I mention there's more to them? New downloads and updates are both free. They're available now in the App Store. From fun updates to something potentially life-saving. iMore says Apple has updated its COVID-19 screening app with new questions and recommendations. To be clear, this is not the exposure notification framework built by Apple and Google. This app's more educational and informative. The way Apple describes it, the COVID-19 app has up-to-date information from trusted sources about the coronavirus disease that is impacting people across the world. It has a screening tool so you can find out what you should do now for yourself or for a loved one, and it gives you access to resources you may need to stay informed. As for the update, Apple's release notes say this update includes bug fixes and improvements, including updated recommendations and new questions for symptom severity and COVID-19 test results. It's simple and it says it. The Apple COVID-19 app is free. It's available now in the App Store. Apple has grown the number of Express stores in a few countries. Last weekend, 9 to 5 Mac's Michael Stieber had the Cupertino company converting a number of Apple retail locations to the Express configuration, including 8 in the US, 3 in France, 2 in the UK, and 1 in Canada. Get ready for a lot more of them. Apple Insider ran a piece Thursday saying Apple will have 50 Express stores by the end of this month. They're not new locations. They're more reimagined locations for our socially distancing world. Apple Insider explained, saying the stores feature a wall built in front of the main store with sales counters protected by plexiglass. There are also a few shelves of accessories, such as phone cases and AirPods, that customers can choose from while checking out. The Express stores got a lot of play Thursday because Apple finally talked about them. Reuters wrote up the new configuration with a quote from Apple's Senior VP of Retail and People, Deirdre O'Brien. Of the Express stores, O'Brien said, "It's a swifter way for us to serve customers. It allows us to maintain all the appropriate social distancing and maintain all of our health protocols within our stores." O'Brien says the company hopes to go from the 20 Express stores they have today to 50 locations by the end of this month. That is 20 to 50 in the next 8 days. Express indeed. Kind of a bad weekend for this to happen. Then again, they are trying to save lives. iMore says the Lombardy and Piedmont regions of Italy are closing up shopping centers this weekend. The move is an attempt to stop, or at least slow, the spread of COVID-19. That leaves Apple stores closed on the launch weekend for iPhone 12, iPhone 12 Pro, and iPad Air 4. The devices still get their launch day, though. Stores are set to be closed Saturday the 24th of October and Sunday the 25th. That means stores are, or were, open for iPhone 12 Day 1, Friday the 23rd of October. The Uptown Apple Store in Minneapolis is closed for good. The store had yet to reopen since the first round of COVID closures in March. Now the website for the Star Tribune says a combination of hard times for that area's retail, COVID-19, and civil unrest after the killing of George Floyd have hastened the store's closing. Apple said the closure was already in process before the pandemic, according to the report. This after a number of neighboring retailers, including Columbia Sportswear, North Face, and Victoria's Secret, left the immediate area, along with at least a couple of restaurants. Bad as it sounds for the shopping district, Apple's employees shouldn't be negatively affected. In a statement on the closure, Apple said, "Our stores in Minneapolis-St. Paul area have served customers for 19 years, and our nearly 500 team members look forward to helping our customers for a long, long time. That we've made the difficult decision to permanently close Apple Uptown, all of our valued team members will be offered other positions within Apple, and we look forward to continuing to serve our customers at our 4 nearby stores." More news in a moment, but first a word from Sunbasket, delivering oven-ready meals that are fast, fresh, and delicious. Work from home doesn't necessarily mean more time for home-type stuff. Quite the contrary. A recent study from Harvard and NYU shows people working close to an hour longer per day since they stopped physically going to work. Want to spend an hour in the kitchen after that extra hour of work every day? Let Sunbasket's fresh and ready meals cut that time. Great meals like southwestern turkey and sweet potato skillet, cauliflower macaroni and cheese, and more. Sunbasket delivers fresh and ready meals made with organic fresh produce, sustainable seafood, and meats that are free of antibiotics, hormones, and steroids. And they're delicious. Everything I've had from Sunbasket has been fantastic, and the fresh and ready meals are easy, ready to heat in the oven or microwave, which means dinner could be ready in as little as 6 minutes. Fast, delicious, and a bit less to try out. Right now, Sunbasket is offering $35 off your order when you go right now to sunbasket.com/macOSKen and enter promo code macOSKen at checkout. That's sunbasket.com/macOSKen and enter promo code macOSKen at checkout for $35 off your order. sunbasket.com/macOSKen and enter promo code macOSKen. And a big thanks to Sunbasket for sponsoring today's show. A strange bit of mixed messaging around Homepod Mini from Canalys. Mac Rumors has the market tracker sounding pessimistic about the speaker's chances against competitors, while at the same time sounding optimistic over the device's chances in China. Starting first on the sort of downer-sounding side, Canalys research manager Jason Lowe is quoted as saying, "Apple still has much to prove to attract users, especially as the HomePod Mini is up against other new $99 devices, which are larger in size and with assistants perceived to be smarter. Apple must deliver its acclaimed premium user experience by leveraging its proprietary ecosystem of hardware, software, and services. The HomePod Mini would give its competitors a run for their money if the sound quality proves to be better despite its smaller size, and if the UWB and intercom features work seamlessly for users." Okay, not super negative, but not overly optimistic. Until we target the Middle Kingdom. Canalys research analyst Cynthia Chen is quoted on that front saying, "The $99 price segment is pretty much a no man's land in China, yet adequate to appeal to Apple's user base. Apple should take this opportunity to drive the uptake of its music and other services consumed at home." HomePod Mini adoption in China could be big for a couple of reasons. First, China is big. And second, that's where the smart speaker heat is. According to Mac Rumors, mainland China is expected to be the main market for smart speakers next year, with a growth of 16%. The rest of the market is expected to grow by just 3%, according to the report. Apple's TV app has found a home on Apple's own devices, as well as smart TVs and streaming devices from other manufacturers. One nut it has not been able to crack is game consoles, though that is changing soon. Engadget says Sony has announced initial media apps for the soon-to-be-released PS5, and Apple TV is among them. Like on other platforms, the piece says the app's inclusion means viewers can watch Apple TV Plus shows, sign up for premium channels, and buy or rent movies and shows. PS5 won't be the only console to play host to Apple. The piece says Sony is bringing the app to PS4 as well. Additionally, there have been reports that Microsoft will be bringing Apple TV to its Xbox platform. Black Widow is coming to Apple TV Plus. Not as Black Widow, of course. That would be crossing the streaming streams. Deadline says Scarlett Johnansson will produce and star in Bride for the Cupertino streamer. According to the piece, the plot follows a woman created to be an ideal wife, the singular obsession of a brilliant entrepreneur. When she rejects her creator, she's forced to flee her confined existence, confronting a world that sees her as a monster. It is on the run that she finds her true identity, her surprising power, and the strength to remake herself as her own creation. The film is another from the partnership of Apple and A24. Oscar winner Sebastian Lelio is set to direct. No word on when it'll land in Apple's stream. Pachinko has picked up a cast and a production schedule, and it is coming soon. Based on the novel of the same name by Min Jin Lee, another piece from Deadline says the show starts production next Monday, the 26th of October. For those not familiar, Deadline says Pachinko chronicles the hopes and dreams of 4 generations of a Korean immigrant family. Epic in scope, intimate in tone, the story begins with a forbidden love and crescendos into a sweeping saga that journeys between Korea, Japan, and America to tell the unforgettable story of war and peace, love and loss, triumph and reckoning. With production not quite underway, Deadline offers no guess as to a premiere date for the series. The creepy M. Night Shyamalan show Servant is getting a second season soon. 9 to 5 Max says Season 2 of the Apple TV Plus series will hit the streaming service on the 15th of January. If you haven't watched it, Apple says Servant follows a Philadelphia couple in mourning after an unspeakable tragedy creates a rift in their marriage and opens the door for a mysterious force to enter their home. Though 9 to 5 Mac doesn't say for certain, it seems likely that the first 3 episodes will land on the 15th, with subsequent Season 2 episodes hitting one at a time on following Fridays. When it lands, Servant will be Apple's second season on the air. Season 2 of the Peabody Award-winning series Dickinson is set to start 1 week earlier, on Friday, the 8th of January. If you're looking for something fun to watch this weekend, a quick reminder, the Sofia Coppola-directed film On the Rocks hits Apple TV Plus today. The film stars Rashida Jones and Bill Murray. Fun for the whole family. Whole family not included. This movie is rated R. And finally today, a show showing so soon it actually showed up early. The Bruce Springsteen documentary Letter to You was supposed to premiere today on Apple TV Plus. Instead, the Mac Observer says the film dropped Thursday, a day earlier than expected. That left The Boss playing against The Boss. Springsteen took over the day on Apple Music TV, the 24/7 music video channel Apple launched earlier this week. All of that was prelude to Springsteen's latest album, also called Letter to You. That hit Apple Music last night. Coming up in a few minutes, Worst Job, Wars or Track, Real Life Hero. Daily Tech News shows Tom Merritt wraps the week spinning the wheel of stuff. In a few minutes. Listen where you get podcasts or on YouTube, youtube.com/KenRay. On Thursday's macOS Ken Live, we hit some Apple retail news. plus a few thoughts on HomePod Mini and some feedback on social media platforms as arbiters of information. Grab the audio podcast, macOS Ken Live, wherever you get podcasts, or catch the video on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/KenRay. Don't forget, we go live Monday through Friday, 3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern, if you want to see it as it happens. youtube.com/KenRay. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by MacPaw, makers of Clean My Mac X. Learn more about Clean My Mac X and download it for free at macpaw.app/macOSKen. This show is also sponsored by Sunbasket. Get $35 off your order using promo code macOSKen at sunbasket.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media. Online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. info@macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.